Hey, what's up YouTube? I just listened to the whole conference for Let's Talk About iPhone for the new release, the press conference for the new iPhone and all the new Apple products. And if you want to know right now about the iPhone, press on this little button. You'll skip to the iPhone part. So I'll just go through everything they said and I'll try to explain a little bit what happened. First of all, they started talking about all the positive statistics about Apple and Mac and their iOS products, and they started talking about the Apple, which has now 24% market shares of compared to PC, when before they had like 10% or something like that. So it's a lot better for Apple now. They've talked about the iPhone, which is now 5% of all the mobile phones, not only smartphones, but all the mobile phones in the world. There are 250 million iOS devices in the world that are sold today. There are 1 billion apps downloaded each month on the Apple Store. They started talking then about the iOS 5, which now there's a new card application which you can send pictures or greeting cards to anywhere in the world for $4.99 or $2.99 anywhere in the United States. They started talking about the notifications. I talked a little bit on my iOS 5 video, which I released a couple months earlier. They started talking about the notifications a la Android. They started talking about the iMessage, which is just like a BlackBerry Messenger, but for any iOS device, which is the iPod Touch, iPhone, iPad, and you can send all of these devices some messages, instant messages, pushed messages to the on Wi-Fi or 3G. They talked about lock screen shortcuts like the picture. You can take some pictures with the volume button now, straight off the lock screen button. They talked about Twitter, which is now deeply implemented in the iOS, so you can take some pictures, send them right to Twitter in the iPhone without downloading any application. There's also a newsstand, which will have tons of magazines like GQ, Vanity Fair, New York Times, and you can download and update all their new editions. And iOS 5 will be available on October 12th. You guys know about Find My iPhone, but now there will be an application called Find My Friends, which will enable you to find your friends anywhere on a map, and you'll be able to see where they are, at which distance they are. They talked about the iPod Nano, which works straight out the box with Nike Plus, and it has now a multi-touch, and it will be available in 7 colors. It's available right now for $149 for the 16 gig model, $129 for the 8 gig model. They announced officially that the iPod is now the #1 game player in the world. The new iPod Touch will be available at $199 for the 8 gig model, $299 for the 32 gig model, and $399 for the 64 gig model, and it'll be available in black and white. Now, they announced the iPhone 4S, not the iPhone 5. There's no iPhone 5. It'll be only the iPhone 4S, and it has the A5 chip, which is actually now in the iPad 2. It'll have a dual-core graphic card, which will be 7 times faster than the previous iPhone for graphics. The download time will be 2 times faster for the download, thanks to the new dual antenna, which is intelligent, and it'll know when to switch to a receiving antenna and the downloading antenna. The iPhone 4S is a world phone, and it has a GSM because it's GSM and CDMA. So Sprint, Verizon, and AT&T will be with those iPhones. So they talked about the camera, which is now HD 1080p. They talked a little bit about how the camera works, all the lenses, and how it's a better camera than the previous iPhone 4. They also mentioned the Siri, the new voice control, which is Siri, and you can ask anything. You can ask the time, you can ask the weather, you can ask if it's going to rain in your region, you can ask to set an alarm. Let's say you say, wake me up tomorrow at 6, and it'll set an alarm for you right into the iPhone, which is really great. Siri works with Wikipedia. You can ask some questions. Who is Steve Jobs? You can ask who is Lance Armstrong, and it'll go straight into Wikipedia and the internet to browse and to search. Now they announced that the iPhone 4S will be available in 16, 32, and 64 gig models. The 16 gig will be $199, the 32 gig $299, and the 64 gig $399 with a 2-year contract, and it'll be available in the black and white. There hasn't been any other iPhone announced, but the 3GS will still be there for a 2-year contract for free. The iPhone 4, a 8 gig, will be available for $99 with a 2-year contract, and the iPhone 4S, like mentioned before, $199, $299, and $399 with a 2-year contract. Pre-orders will start at the 7th of October, and the iPhone will be available on the 14th of October. So pre-order yours in a couple days, in about a week, 5 days, and you'll have a chance maybe. I don't know if they'll be back ordered, but good luck on getting one. Pretty sure they'll be really, really popular this year again. So that was it for my new iPhone release, and stay tuned. I'll buy an iPhone, that's for sure, and I'll be unboxing it. I'll be posting some new tutorials, some new videos, some new unboxings, some new giveaways. So stay tuned and subscribe to my videos, everyone. Have a great day.